Hello everybody, it's Louise here at Text Help. Today I just want to run through some of the basic features of Equatio. For anyone who doesn't know what Equatio is, it's a bit of software that allows students to create equations, formulas and more digitally, helping to make math and STEM classes more accessible and engaging for every student. Now what Equatio doesn't do is it doesn't solve any equations or maths problems for the student. The purpose of Equatio is to allow students to access any of the maths that they are coming across in their daily learning, digitally and accessibly. Now this could be such a wide range of maths. They could be receiving this maths in handouts from their lecturers. It could be maths online within videos. It could be inaccessible PDFs. It could even be their own handwritten notes that they make throughout their own lectures. And the point of Equatio is to allow the student to access all of this different maths digitally. To start, I am just going to quickly go into our options here. In our settings, if we go straight into our options, our premium options here is simply where the student will input their license key, and this will give them access to all the premium features of Equatio. Just in maths options, something to be aware of is our font size. Any students with mild visual impairments may require a bit of a larger font to see their maths, and we do have up to 2XL here to change the format of that maths. In the toolbar, if there is any features that a student may not require or may not use, they can simply toggle that off. That will remove that from their toolbar, and it just keeps their toolbar a little bit less cluttered and keeps them more focused on specifically what they will be using. I am going to go straight into our equation editor here. And what this allows me to do is to simply start typing any math. So it might be an equation, it might be a formula, a symbol, or just a basic equation. And if I know the English for it, I can simply start typing that in English and it will predict what I'm trying to say and present me with that maths. So say, for example, I am looking for a quadratic formula. Simply start typing QUAD. It will predict that I am looking for a quadratic formula. I hit enter, and here is my quadratic formula. If I want to insert that directly into my document, I can simply place my cursor wherever I want to insert it, hit insert maths, and you can see it has pulled that into my document. I might need to bring that back and maybe add in some of my own numbers that I have been given, or maybe I have made a mistake in some of my work. If that's the case, I simply highlight the math that I have inserted, hit edit math. It'll pull that back down into my workspace, and here is where I can start making any changes that are relevant to me. Once I'm happy with that, I can just hit insert the math again. And you can see it's replaced my old incorrect one with my correct quadratic formula. If I want to get rid of that, I can just hit my little bin and it'll clear it. It can work with such a number of different formulas and equations and symbols. So say I'm looking for the symbol for pi, I simply just need to start typing pi, hit enter, and there is my symbol. It might even be a very basic equation that I am typing myself. So say, for example, 2x squared. I don't even have to look for my squared symbol. I can just start typing SQU, hit enter, and there's squared. The same goes for plus, for cubed, even equals. All of this we can just start typing. And that's just saving me a lot of time and a lot of stress trying to look for those symbols. If this is a little equation that I know I'm going to be using quite regularly during my studies, I have a little heart option here that I can add to favourites. I can name it. And once I go into my three little dots here and into my favourites, this is everything I have saved, so I can go and pick that quite easily and use in my own work. We have a lot of inbuilt formulas and symbols here, so maybe a student might not know the name of a specific formula and they might prefer to visually recognise it. You can see just how many different formulas we have inbuilt here that they can go and visually recognise. To move on to our handwriting recognition feature, this is really simple and does exactly what it says on the tin. I can expand my workspace here. I am using a touchscreen, but it can work with any stylization or just a mouse or the pad on a laptop. And if I just start writing here to the left, you can see whatever I'm writing, it's picking up and it's presenting me with the lovely digital format that we are after. And again, I can just go ahead and insert that directly into my document. I really want to spend a bit of time looking at our screenshot reader because it's a really helpful feature to allow students to take maths basically from anywhere that is inaccessible. For example, if we look first at an inaccessible PDF, there's lots of maths here. But as it stands, I am not able to make any changes to this. I'm not able to copy and paste it because it is an inaccessible PDF. But if I hit my little screenshot reader, I can draw around any of this math.
Rho sub m equals d sub 1 to the L.
Equatio will read that math back to me, and I will also have a few different options here. For now, all I want to do is edit that in Equatio, and you will see it pulls that directly into my workspace. I can then go about putting that directly into my own document, or I can make any changes to this. And again, insert that into my own document. What it can even do is take maths from a video. So I was looking at a video there of drug calculations for nurses, and if I play that video, what I can do is pause it and I can actually use my screenshot reader to take maths from an actual video. And even this is handwriting. So if I use my little screenshot reader and draw around the maths I want to use, you can see it's converted even that handwriting into this digital format that I'm after. Again, I can go to my little options, edit in Equatio, and put that directly into my own work. So that screenshot reader allows the student to just grab maths anywhere that traditionally would be inaccessible, and they can use that little screenshot reader to take it and make that maths accessible. A few other features that I'm not going to go too heavily into. We have LaTeX for any student studying STEM subjects. We have graph editors where a student can plot their graph using Desmos and then take that graph and insert it directly into their document. We have our speech input where I can simply speak my maths into Equatio. It will pick up my voice, again convert it to this lovely digital format where I can use in my own documents. Our Equatio mobile app simply allows a student to scan a little QR code, and that will allow them to take photographs on their phone. So perhaps they were taking their own handwritten notes during a lecture. They're getting home and they want to transfer those handwritten notes into their own document. They can simply take a photo using this app. The app will convert the handwriting into, again, this digital format and send it directly into their document. Finally, we just have a few little STEM tools here to help. We have our periodic table for students studying chemistry. We can go in and have a read of our periodic table. We have our calculator. And we also have our molecular viewer. So if I go into my molecular viewer, I can search anything and it will show me the molecular makeup of that. That is all the basics of Equatio. If anybody would like more information, please do contact any of us here at Text Help. We will be more than happy to help. Thank you for listening.